Hi, everybody. Welcome back to K. Joe's Views. I am your host, K. Joe, coming in with a review for Insomnia, my cult classic collection. But before we get into the Insomnia review, as always, please like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for checking me out. All right, so Insomnia was released in 2002. It is a Steve Soderbergh and George Clooney produced movie directed by Christopher Nolan. And it stars Al Pacino, Hilary Swank, and Robin Williams. The tagline for this movie is essentially a veteran LAPD detective is on case in Alaska and is forced to engage in a deadly game with the killer. This is and here goes the K-Job synopsis of the movie. Pacino's the detective, Robin Williams is the killer. Pacino's up there. Pacino and his partner go up to Alaska to solve the murder of this 16-year-old girl. But part of the reason they're up there is because there's this big-ass internal affairs investigation looming around them. As a result of this investigation, as well as effects of insomnia. This is the reason why it's called Insomnia. Alaska's in their 6th month of daylight, and Pacino's not getting sleep. He can't sleep with the daylight. So as a result of this investigation and his lack of sleep, he makes a mistake in his investigation. Robin Williams, the killer, sees this mistake, uses the mistake as leverage to force Pacino to help him cover up the killing that he committed, which is the reason why Pacino and his partner are there investigating in the first place. So that's the synopsis. That's the movie. And Hilary Swank plays an Alaska detective who gets hip to sort of starts to get hip towards the end of what's going on, right? So that's the synopsis of the movie. Let's get into this review, right? All right, so the review of this movie, I give this movie a B. I want to give it a B plus because I love Robin Williams so much, but quite honestly, this isn't one of Robin's best performances. It's an amazing performance, but it's not one of his best performances. What ultimately takes this movie to just a B, is that it's just too slow. It's a slow movie the entire time. If I tried to watch this movie at night, I'd absolutely fall asleep. This movie could be a cure for insomnia. Don't get me wrong. It's a good movie. I gave it a B. You know what I mean? Like, it's above passing. Directing, great. It's Christopher Nolan. Production value, good. I mean, it's 2002, but great for 2002. The performances, it's Hilary Swank, Al Pacino, and Robin Williams. Of course the performances are amazing. The story is just so slow. It's just a very slow story. One of the things that happens that in this movie is, again, the name of the movie is Insomnia. Pacino's up there during the 6 months of daylight in Alaska, and as a result, he's having a lot of trouble falling asleep. Robin Williams, when he first moved to Alaska, his character also has the same issue. And so even though Pacino's forced into this game with Williams immediately starts to liken their situation to one another and tries to use this in addition to the leverage to get Pacino on his side and to help him cover up the murder. So that part was good. I don't know. It was just such a slow moving story the entire way. So, but great story, great directing, great everything, just slow. That's the reason I give it a B. And that's about it. I do want to go ahead and get into these spoilers. This is an old movie. You can't find it on HBO Max. I'm not sure where else you would find it. But let's just go ahead and get into these spoilers with the last minute here. All right, so the first spoiler is kind of the setup for the premise of the movie, right? The first spoiler is the partner that Pacino is with is essentially going to snitch him out. So Pacino ends up shooting his partner. Now, it seems accidental, but it's questionable whether it's accidental because he's already started to have the effects of insomnia and he was worried about his partner snitching him out. Robin Williams sees this, and that's the leg up that he gets on Pacino. And it's like, I'll snitch you out if you find me as the killer. And then he starts forcing Pacino to help him get out of this murder. Your final spoiler is how this movie basically ends. Pacino and Robin Williams shoot each other. Robin Williams' shot is more fatal. I'm pretty sure Pacino ends up dying still. And Hilary Swank is left to question, does she cover this up kind of in the vein Pacino was doing, how he got into this mess? or is she going to continue to be a good cop? And Pacino encourages her to be a good cop with basically his final breath. So that was Insomnia, great cult classic. A lot of people love this movie. It was a great movie, but it's just a very slow movie. If you're in it for a slow movie, then this is your flick. Thank you guys again. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you guys on the next review.